about that time. It's finally that time. Ghetts, Conflict of Interest, the full album reaction. It's here. We about to get into the album. It's been a long time coming. I appreciate y'all for waiting. I got other albums queued up, so once this one drops, just know I got another one uploading. This whole week, I'm just doing albums and probably into next week as well. With that said, Ghetts, Conflict of Interest. This is a pretty big album, 16 tracks, over an hour. So get comfortable, stay tuned. If you're gonna watch this in parts, I'm gonna make sure I break it down in the description. I'm gonna have a timestamp so you can go to whatever track it is that you want and make it easy for you guys to watch the whole thing. Ghetts is a legend. Grime OG. He been in the game for a minute, and even way back when the grime scene was evolving and a lot of people were gravitating to a more poppy kind of vibe, he still stuck to grime. He did not switch his style and shit to kind of like go mainstream or whatever. He didn't. He stuck to what he does best, or what he believed in. Grime, the bars, the lyricism, and he found a way to actually blend that so he doesn't just sound the same every fucking time. He found a way to blend instrumentals, kind of create vibes, heartfelt moments, while still giving you those bars, that grime feel basically, and it takes experience, it takes time to do something like that. You really have to understand your craft, put the time in, actually perfect it, and find a winning formula, and that's what gets us done. And with Conflict of Interest, his debut album at his record label, this is like, hey, this is an accumulation of my skills so far. This is what I'm capable of. 16 tracks. We're going to talk about our layout, placement, how every track is placed. Because when you do an album this big, like 16 tracks, you don't want every fucking song to be the same or sound the same. Because it becomes a bore. It becomes monotonous. What you want to do is you want to leave little pockets where you kind of like let the listeners breathe. Step back a little bit, just switch it up and bring them back into it. It's like a magic trick, You gotta know, crowd control type thing. And we're gonna talk about that. The album cover, Ghetts. Ghetts is like multiple personalities. Ghetts, Ghetto. I don't know what the other one's called, but I know about Ghetts and Ghetto. So like I said, an accumulation of his skill, his experiences, everything thus far, plus it being his debut album on his record label. Not his, but on the record label, it's like, hey, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I'm capable of, So I'm really looking forward to getting into this album. The only song that I've heard off this album is Mozambique. I do have a separate reaction for that, so if you want to go check that one out, be sure to do that. But I will react to it again, just because, we got to do everything in order. And with that said, man, sit back, relax, grab some water, get comfortable. We about to be here for a minute. You feel me? Dubs are roused. Let's get it. Track number 1, Fine Wine. Let's get it.
Some dirty things. Serving it. Trap. Strap on the lap like a serviette.
Come on.
Sam. Circling. But fam. When the man at the van, I was hurdling. Fast forward. 1 foot in the industry door. Which way should I go? Can't call it. Same time they gave things 24. I wish you could ask Stormin, but I can't give him a ring anymore. You see, when I before. I drive back to the house I struggled in. What was that like? The one bed with the bathroom, the kitchen in the front room. My front room had the oven in. We were suffering. Still loading, just buffering. I'm upstairs writing bars on my daughter's coloring. Embarrassed, had a bill to pay, and my girl had to cover it. My guy said I should come on the move, all he needs me to do is just cover him. But Lamsey got me a job and the peas weren't coming in. Popular guy, delivering pharmaceuticals, I asked God for a sign. 9 to 5, got me watching the time. Somebody else saw a pic, and I lost me some pride. Started praying again. My van never came. I was that for a sign. I could have stayed in the end. Then I got the hunger back from danger and fame. I tell make a boy know he can't play with a pen. Fuck making amends. I was 21 on roots and making an M. Where's that guy gone? What's that guy on? I had to remember myself like mom said. Where'd you get that vibe from? I went back to the essence. It's not only bars, my brother. I'm a man with a message. It's much more than slappings and shepherds. What about family settings? What about actual blessings?
True.
That new year, new me talk. What about January lessons? The mic is my therapist, I'm just having a session. Them man there won't tell you this. They're capping, I'm shelling. They must have thought I had writer's block. The way these tricks try to write me off. Rap, grime or not, I'm a pocket find of a fine spot. I'm gonna worship them and their idol gods. Some man I just come through with the Bible cut. I come here for everything these lot owe me. Bro just rolls off the tongue, but he's not homie. Things ain't what they seem, please watch closely. James, Jordan, Stephen, Colby, about G's not goldly. I manifest things before the secret showed me. Had the codes and lead them slowly. Had to show these people grown me. Can't talk bad about Ghetts round here. That look says don't speak on Brody. When you got real niggas, Bill Withers don't lean on broski. Let's talk about legacy. I don't care about nostalgia. My best years are ahead of me. When I signed for porn on my brother, I was already me. That's 15 years hard work, no bricks or therapy. I depend on DVDs, no beats, no bass or melodies. What the fuck you telling me? Most my peers in the cemetery can't do an album, putting out mixtapes, can't do 1,000. Whatever they do, that's terribly. Can't do a show, can't do a tour. Sing lyrics from 2004, and these are the brothers that you rate heavily. Crown me, please. Just crown me, please. Furthermore, I ain't love converting a non-believer, so yeah, go ahead and doubt me, please. All they do is talk about drip. Ooh, don't drown me, please. I've had you here for way too long now. Hear the rest of the album, please.
Track number 1, the intro. The intro is one of the most important tracks on the album because it is how you introduce people to the album. It's how you ease them in. It's like first impressions. You gotta make a good first impression. You don't want people skipping, fast forwarding through your album, trying to find some tracks like saving grace type things. You don't want that on your album. You don't want that. You want to start it off right. And Ghetts executed that perfectly with Fine Wine. And the name Fine Wine, it is aptly named because fine wine gets better with time. And you can hear him talking about, hey, I have 1 foot in the industry door, 1 foot in this, rapping grime. He talked a little bit about his upbringing, how he grew up, they suffered, the struggle, that type of thing. And he's fine wine. You get better with time. He's just, yeah, this is the journey. This is what it is. I'm going to just give you like little bits and pieces to kind of like get you in that mindset of what to kind of expect. And just the intro to set the tone, basically, to start you off. And he did that perfectly. The wordplay, the wordplay is crazy. I was like ready to pause it, but I'm like, nah. We really gotta soak this whole in. So, yeah, this is about to be good. This is about to be really good. Just crown me now, you know? He goes from talking about the struggle to like, hey, you can't talk bad about Ghetts around these parts. It's not a good look. You can't do that anymore. You know, just crown me now. It's over. I'm not that same nigga from 10 years ago.